There's no doubt about it. Montecito Heights neighborhood in Santa Rosa is one of the most exclusive neighborhoods within the entire city. And in this video, I am going to be giving you a few reasons why. Coming up. What's up, guys? My name is Danny. I'm Cronin. I'm a real estate agent right here in Santa Rosa with W Real Estate. And if this is your very first time to my channel, please consider subscribing as I drop a video once a week, every single week, all having to do with living in Sonoma County. Of course, I am a full-time real estate agent, so if you have any questions at all, buying, selling, investing, whatever the case is, all my contact information is down below. Please feel free to call me, text me, email me, whatever is more convenient for you. And without further ado, let's just jump right into this week's video. So I know for you, maybe you don't live in the area currently and you are considering a move to Santa Rosa and you may not even know what the Montecito Heights neighborhood is. So let's just give you a little bit of context. The Montecito Heights neighborhood is an extremely exclusive neighborhood within the city of Santa Rosa. It is situated on the northeast side of town, right above the Proctor Terrace area and just below Fountain Grove Parkway. So you're pretty far east. You're not extremely centrally located. Downtown is just a few minutes away, but you are definitely on the east side of town. And if you pull this neighborhood up on a map, it's actually not going to say Montecito Heights. This is like a local name we have for this neighborhood. It's actually called the Alta Vista Homeowners Association. Why is this neighborhood so special? Let's jump into a couple of my favorite reasons. So the name Montecito Heights, it may sound familiar to you. It is actually located near Santa Barbara, and all of the homes, if you've ever been out there, it's absolutely gorgeous. Beachfront properties, all of the homes are just tucked into a mountain, and that's exactly what you're gonna get here. Right below, as I mentioned earlier, is the Proctor Terrace neighborhood, which is extremely flat. And just above that, you're gonna see a big mountain ridge, and that's where all of the beautiful Montecito Heights homes are. With all of these homes, you are gonna get a lot for your money, but it does get pretty expensive, which is something we're gonna talk about later on in the video. Most of these homes are 2,000 square feet all the way up. I've seen homes as big as 4,500 square feet in this neighborhood, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. On top of absolutely gigantic homes, you are going to experience some of the most breathtaking views within Santa Rosa. I promise you this, no other neighborhood in all of Santa Rosa is going to give you views quite like Montecito Heights. And with all of that being said, this neighborhood is in very good company. If you take a look at some of Santa Rosa's top neighborhoods, you're gonna hear names like Proctor Terrace, McDonald, and Montecito Heights. All of those three neighborhoods I just mentioned are very close to one another. Montecito Heights, Proctor Terrace, just below that is the beautiful and historic McDonald district. A neighborhood I like to talk about all the time simply because it's one of my all-time favorites. If not, probably I gotta say top 3 in all of Sonoma County, and that's saying a lot. I have actually done a video on the McDonald district, so if that's something you're interested in, I will link to it down below, but I highly recommend checking that out. But being in this neighborhood, Montecito Heights, you are surrounded by good company. It's always nice to be able to leave your house, go down the street, and just see nothing but beautiful homes. I mean, who does not want that? Not only are you getting great views, giant houses, but everywhere you go, it's just filled with beauty. One of my favorite things about the Montecito Heights neighborhood, not only are the big houses, but it's the privacy you get with these big houses. See, normally in like a condo development, mobile home park, you know, just about every other neighborhood in Santa Rosa, you're gonna be pretty close to your next door neighbor. It's not an issue you're gonna be having if you live in the Montecito Heights neighborhood. They just do not build homes like they used to. All of these homes are pretty well spread out, and it's actually quite nice that the homes are built kind of on a hillside simply because it does allow for more space. The lots are a little bit bigger. If you get a corner lot in Montecito Heights, you're pretty much not going to see any neighbors in a near distance. All of your neighbors are pretty well spread out. So something nice to have if you're looking for privacy. A few of my favorite places that the Montecito Heights neighborhood are close to. I talked about it in last week's video, the Flamingo Hotel. This place is awesome if you're looking for good food. Maybe you have kids, maybe it's summertime, nice weather, you want to go down and enjoy the pool. You can go and do all of those things right there at the Flamingo Hotel. Also, another great place that I often love to go to, my wife and I, we've been here a couple times. We usually only like to go there on special occasions because it is such a fancy place, and that is Willie's Wine Bar, located in the Proctor Terrace neighborhood. So that's just a few minutes away from the Montecito Heights area. And I gotta say, the food here is absolutely fantastic. On top of those two great places that are super nearby, I really like being on the east side of Santa Rosa, especially if you have business in Sonoma, Napa. Maybe you have some parents that live in Oakmont, which is a 55 and up community on the outskirts of Santa Rosa on the east side. If you live in Montecito Heights, all of those things are not too far away from you. It's always nice to be near Napa, near Sonoma, and all of these other places that are around, simply because if you're looking for adventure, if you're looking for things to do, if you love wine, this is definitely the part of town you need to be in because you're super, super close to a lot of good wine. Obviously, a neighborhood with all of those great things I just mentioned, it does come at a price. I've actually pulled a list of sold homes in this neighborhood within the last 6 months in a small little radius, and the prices vary all the way from $850,000 all the way up to $1.7 million. Now, those are sold homes, and there are a couple homes in there currently for sale, and those ranges go from $1.1 million all the way up to $1.7 million. But I gotta say, if you have the budget for it, and this is something that you've been dreaming about, maybe you live in another area and your dream is to come and live in Santa Rosa, you have to absolutely check this neighborhood out. I promise you're not going to see anything else like it in all of Santa Rosa. Montecito Heights neighborhood is one of the all-time best, in my opinion, in Santa Rosa. I was fortunate enough to recently have sold a home in this neighborhood. It was a good friend of mine who actually came from YouTube. So guys, again, I'm going to go ahead and plug that I am a real estate agent, and if you have any questions, buying, selling, whatever the case is, I am your guy. But this particular client of mine came to me. He needed to get in a home pretty quickly, and he specifically wanted to be in this neighborhood. There wasn't a whole lot of inventory at the time, but everything kind of worked out well. Homes started coming up. Inventory slowly started to shoot back up to normal levels, and we were able to secure him one of the most beautiful homes I have ever seen. They have a lot of children. So if you have a lot of kids and you're thinking about this is a price point that you want to be in, all of those things I mentioned are very important to you, but you do have kids, rest assured the Montecito Heights neighborhood does have you also covered. They currently live in a nice, quiet cul-de-sac. There are a couple homes nearby, but their backyard is massive. Again, another thing I mentioned in this video, they don't build homes like they used to. And this is a perfect example of that because it's a home within a cul-de-sac, but has a very large backyard, and the home itself is quite large as well. There's nothing like living in a cul-de-sac, especially when you have younger children. So again, if this is something you've been considering, you want to know a little bit more about, definitely check out the Montecito Heights neighborhood. Again, one of the absolute greatest neighborhoods, in my opinion, in all of Sonoma County. It's special for many reasons. In this video, I just touched on a couple of them. But of course, if you have any more questions, you want to know a little bit more about this neighborhood, this city, that city, whatever it is, I'm your guy. And of course, if you have any real estate related questions, shoot me a text, give me a call, send me an email, whatever is most convenient for you. And that's going to wrap this one up, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.